Good evening or day, everyone, and welcome to Admiral Market Session Recap of 19th of August 2014. I just got back from vacation a couple of days ago, and I also hope that you got a nice vacation or holiday. As you can see, market is really slow, and we don't have particularly big volatility in August. So usually what I do in August, I take some days off and I'm basically waiting for the second part of August or September to really start making positions. But well, today is 19th of August and I think that we could see some of those nice setups, not setups for, I don't know, 150 pips, but at least we can have something in between 30 and 50 pips. So I hope that we will manage that. So before I begin, of course, our disclaimer. Online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets AS Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that the information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. Risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting this risk, you're also proceeding further with me, and I will pause the screen for just a couple of seconds to see a risk disclaimer, and then we can proceed further. And final part of this disclaimer, Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for the information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the author, it's me in this case, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for a trade. These are not MUK's opinions, and the website in the video is not the .co.uk website, but the globaluse.com website. Forex is risky business, and this should not be taken as advice. This is a personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. So, now let's see a couple of questions I will answer. Welcome back, and Bobby saying thank you. How many participants in this webinar? A lot of participants, and currently every week we have new people. So because of that, I have prepared basically this little slide that will explain how we do these trades. So all session recap trades and analysis are done with Camarilla MACD. So all trades, all analysis, everything here is done with my proprietary method, Camarilla MACD, which is basically price action method. And that is what I do each day to analyze 25 different pairs and present you best setups that we can see. At least this is very important to know, because you need to give price a breather. So you can enter within 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level if it's an agreement with your system. So within 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level, you can basically enter if you see that the price is in agreement with your system, or maybe you just copy those trades and you're making pips with it. You always need to respect your stop loss, so we need to put our stop loss and never ever move it. We take only one position, whichever hits first, so either we take position trade or alternative trade, not both of them. And usage of trailing stop is highly recommended. So market plan for euro-dollar is in downtrend. As always, as you know, before I begin with new setups, I present you with, I always show you what happened last week. But because I had a 2 weeks vacation, that I was not trading, basically from our next session recap, I will also show you what we got in session recaps. So far, all of those session recaps were winners. And as you know, back and on the last webinar, I showed you my real account statement, and basically you could have seen that it was something around 17% gain in last 6 months, and now even more. I expect this August also, even though we don't have big volatility, to give me 2 or 3%. So basically I'm counting by the end of August to have more than 20% of gain. So it will be very, very similar to my goals, that is in between 2 and 5% on big accounts, and anywhere between 2 and 10% on retail accounts. So basically this is what I suggest you to do, and this is what I will do if I get the opportunity. 5 pairs, 5 different pairs: euro dollar, cable Aussie, euro AUD, and AUD yen. So let's see, starting from euro dollar. As you can see, euro dollar is in downtrend. Euro dollar is in downtrend, and you can see that euro dollar is very, very close to weekly support level. This is weekly chart, because if we open 4-hour, we don't see anything. So on weekly chart, we can see that euro dollar is very close to weekly support. You can see that this level, 32.90, it was 32.95, but well, we can go within 5 to 10 pips. This level is indeed very, very strong. In 2012, this level basically rejected price downwards to this low, and then basically after this level was broken and retested, the price went up. So in near term, basically this is near term, although it's not so near term because we are looking at weekly chart. But historically, I can say, historically, you can see 3rd of November 2013, the price has hit this level and subsequently it was rejected. I am very sure that at the first touch this level will be rejected. So in that case, my first position is to buy around 32.90, 95. Stop loss 25 pips, targeting 33.20 and 33.50. If we get this trade first. So I don't know whether this level will hit first or 33.50, which I also prepared for a sell trade. But basically, if we take a look at 4-hour chart, you can see 4-hour chart, and I will mark 33.50. You can see how 33.50 is very strong. Look at these rejections from 33.50 level. Look at this rejection, this one, and all subsequent. Look at this, the hammer above 33.50. Then again, a huge rejection to the upside. Then again, rejection here, a hammer, and finally, this level was broken by a strong momentum. What does it tell you, guys? It tells you that if this level hits next time, it will be sold off probably. That is what I'm counting at. So first, sorry, we are very close to our weekly support, and 32.90 is indeed the level which we could try to place a scalp trade at least, or scalp swing. Or maximum, if we get the momentum, we can do this as positional trade to 60 pips. But yet again, if we don't get that level first, we could see 33.50 first, and then we can sell it for some, again, nice 60 pips, so 32.90. So this is what I see on euro dollar. So weekly, we look at this weekly, probably this level will be rejected. And if you open 4-hour, it's logical, it's very logical, isn't it, to place that trade over there. Also, we can place a trend line here, and we can add another trend line there. And basically, what do you see? It's this triangle, this does not look like a wedge. It's more like a triangle, but the price didn't wait for vortex. But yet again, we can see that this triangle has been broken here. And that level, 33.50, is indeed strong level. So next time it hits, I think it will be rejected. And that is what I'm counting at. We need, you must remember, guys, I didn't invent warm water, how we say here. The thing is, if you want to be profitable, you need to be patient. If you are not patient, and that is a very big mistake of a lot of traders make that mistake again and again. They're very impatient. If you're not patient, you will lose eventually. So trend trading, and this is, we can say this is a trend. It's not a strong trend such as this. This is perfect zigzag. But at least we can say that this is a downtrend. And for any trend trades, whether they are strong or maybe they're I don't know, not very strong, such as this one, although this is not zigzag, this is a breakout but in strong momentum. For all of those trades, you need to be patient and you need to wait for pullback. Trend trades, remember, are always done by waiting for a pullback. So if you want to sell, you won't sell it now. Why would you sell 33.18 if now it's end of day? Now probably the price, I don't know, maybe it will move few pips to the downside, but I would never sell it here. For trend trades, you need to wait for a pullback. Okay? Wow. We have a new attendee just joined the webinar. No previous experience. I'm kind of lost as I can't really understand the graphs and numbers. Okay, don't worry. Well, you just need to visit those recaps and try to listen to webinars which I've been doing for the last couple of years, and I think that you won't be lost. So Claudia, yeah, you won't be lost. Yeah, welcome to the party. Well, we have, as I say, we always have new guys, new traders, and I welcome you all really who are new to this. A quick summary of all these recaps is basically, we made a lot of pips last year during these recaps, and these recaps are held each Monday by Admiral Markets and me, and basically Admiral Markets is a host and I am a trader who also has multiple accounts with Admiral Markets and who've been trading with Admiral Markets last couple of years. And basically what I do is I also help and teach people how to trade and make money. And if, at least for new traders, I can help you to make some money and not to lose much if you lose. And because of that, you need to visit our basic webinars to get into graphs and price action and to see what this is all about. So where did I okay, where are we now? We are now at euro dollar. So euro dollar situation for me on this one is clear. I will whether buy here at this spot or I would sell it at 33.50. If it hits, okay. If it doesn't hit, okay, we move to another pair. And that is the truth in trading. If you don't see any setup, or maybe the price does not hit your level for short or long entry, you just need to move to other pair. And in this example, I will wait for either 32.90 or 33.50. In between zone, I'm not interested. Okay? Now, that is for euro dollar. Now, GBP dollar. GBP dollar is in downtrend. Well, again, patience for short trades. I would look to sell at 66.75, 30 pip stop loss, target is 66.20. If I don't see this price, I might make a scalp trade at 65.85, 50 peak trailing stop. Why do I say might? Because tomorrow, guys, tomorrow we will have strong news for GBP. MPC Asset Purchase Facility votes and MPC Official Bank Rate votes. This will be very strong data release, 10:30 my time. So pay attention to this because the price might move then. If you get any of those levels prior to news time, I advise you to put your stop loss to break even, because if we get these levels pre-news, the price will probably be rejected of 66.75 and 65.85. So wait for the news or trade it. I need to say that news will be volatile. So please be patient and do not hurry in the trades. Situation with GBP is also clear. Look at this. Again, I need to open daily chart. At a daily chart, we can see that price is really trying to reach these levels. 65.80, 65.85. So as I said, you need to give price room to breathe. 5 to 10 pips of these levels. Now look at this, where the price is now. It's trying to break this level. Strong level here. And this might look like inverted head and shoulders. Okay? So the price will probably, if it breaks this low here, the price will probably touch this level and bounce for a first bounce. And usually when I make these trades, I'm counting on the first bounce, because the first bounce is usually where we make initial money. Yeah, we can have a second or third bounce. If you remember our Aussie Australian dollar trades, 3 or 4 weeks in a row, we had perfect winners just by selling those levels which I mentioned before. Usually the first bounce is most profitable, but then we can have second chance, third chance trade, and so on. But we need to be familiar with what we trade. So position sell 66.75, 30 pips stop loss 66.20, and or if the price hits 65.85, I'll probably long it for 15 pip trailing stop. So after 15 pips of initial profit, I would move my stop to 15 pips. So the price needs to make at least 17-18 pips, and then I move my stop to break even plus 15, basically securing the profits. Now, why did I say 66.75? 66.75. Look at this, guys. This is important. Those wicks, when you look at the chart and you see wicks, you need to memorize those wicks. You need to mark on your charts wicks. Wicks are very important. This is wick. So for all of you who are new, this is candlestick, and these thin lines are called wicks, shadows. So this shadow is important. Again, look at this fake breakout, and then this is a railway, bullish railway pattern, and after that the price again retested this level, and after that it broke this trend line. So I'm counting that if the price gets to 66.70 to 75, we will get a nice short trade. Look at this. It's also 50% of retracement of this last swing. And again, it's in a confluence with 66.75. So in this example, I'm counting that the price, if it hits here, I don't know if it will be hit, but if this level is hit, it will be rejected to the downside. Now again, if this price makes it to this level before hitting this level first, then we can opt for a long trade, because you won't be shorting at support and you won't be selling, you won't be longing at resistance and selling at support. If you want to take short trade, you wait for a pullback, that is trend trade, and if you want to take a long trade, then you need to make a counter trend trade. And counter trend trades could be made around this level. So patience again. Especially market is very calm. And it will be volatile starting from September, but at the moment it's calm. So you need to be also patient and calm. Aussie, 93.35 sell, stop loss 30 pips, target 92.20, scalp swing 92.85, 15 pip trailing stop. So in this position is of course sell position, because if you look at the chart, this looks like it might go more to the downside, but we need to see a pullback. Again, double top here. Look at this double top. Then at this point, the price has been rejected, retested this level and went upward. Then it went downward, retested this level, went slightly downward and then upward again. But it doesn't matter. Look how strong this level is, 93.35. Look how strong it is. Do you see how strong it is? Look here. Double top, then rejections, then retests, rejections. And if the price gets here, it will be sold off. This level is protected. So if I want to make sell trade, I need to wait for a pullback. This is pullback I would like to see. If I don't make it, maybe 90 to 85, scalp swing trade, counter trend trade, will get us some pips. This is the level which I am counting at. If the price breaks this is also strong level, and if it breaks this level, it should touch this. At this point, I would opt for a long trade. Look at this. Look how many times price has been testing and touching this zone. Look, this hammer above this level, then again this candle went down, but it closed. Look how it's perfect. This is engulfing candle. Even though this could be a little bit more to the downside, this candle is momentum candle. And look, rejections. And then look at this level. So what do you think? If the price hits this level, whether there will be a bounce or not, I think it will be. So in that case, I'm opting for a long trade, 90 to 85, 15 pip trailing stop. So long trade, guys. Okay? Long trade for this one. Let's move on to another pair. Euro AUD. Now we could see maybe this setup very soon. 43.25, 30 pips stop loss, 42.80. Why this level 43.25? Simple. Look at this. Now, if you've been following my work, you know what sort of triangle this is. This is called flat top ascending triangle. And usually when we see flat top ascending, we are opting for a breakout of the upper part and breakout in the long direction. In this case, we had a short breakout, which perfectly corresponds to a short zigzag trend on Euro AUD. So what can happen is this. This can be left, this can be head, and this can be, if the price touches this level, right shoulder. In that case, price might come to this level, 43.25 to 30, and be sold off again. So I'm counting that this level, if it's touched, and we are 19 pips or 15 pips, we can also short 43.20. So very close to our entry. I have my pending order set, so if it hits, great. Okay, stop loss is 30 pips on this one. And a last pair which I prepare for you is ODN. Now I don't know what to say. I'm already in this pair because you know the price. This was 1 hour ago while I was preparing webinar. The price dropped to my level, and I'm already in. So I don't know. I'm now at the moment I'm 7 pips positive. My entry was here 95.70. And I think that this pair might go to the upside. So ODN 95.70, 30 pips stop loss, 96.50. And remember guys, when I trade, I risk only 0.3 to 0.5% in a single trade. Okay? So 2% and 3% is my maximum risk. But I usually divide the risk per trade. So for 150 pips of a total stop loss of all of these trades, my risk is only 2.5%. So guys, you need to be aware of the risk. And we will see this trade, whether it will give me, well, another winner or maybe a loss, but I'm in at 95.70. I was waiting all day for this pullback, and I got this pullback. 30 pip is my stop loss, and the price is now 6 pips in my favor. So we will see. I'm also aware that today will be, where did I see that? No, it's not today. So excellent. Yeah, it is. It is indeed. Governor of Reserve Bank of Australia will speak. So this can move OD pairs. And I am aware of this and I will be monitoring this. Okay. Also tomorrow, USD FOMC meeting minutes. It will give us some volatility. But I will be, if I am profitable till 1:30 my time, I will be using trailing stop. Just in order, I wouldn't like price to spike my stop loss. So if I'm positive, I will be trailing the stop, of course. Now it's too early to trail a stop, but after some 20 pips, if I get those 20 pips, I will be trailing my stop. Okay? But look how strong this level is. Why did I make a long here? 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections, 5, 6, 7 rejections, 8. Look at this breakout, pullback, continuation trade, zigzag. Everything is good, and I would like this trade to be good because it's a good trend trade. Dragan is asking me, Katie, how do you determine the trend? Only 1 hour chart or something else, fundamentals? Sometimes, Dragan, I also take fundamentals in this case. If you remember my analysis for, look at this, New Zealand dollar. This is good example, New Zealand dollar. What did I write, if you remember, about New Zealand dollar? Following bad data for New Zealand, today we might see rejections of the POC area, 84.55 to 84.25, 84.05 respectively. This was the price when I was making the analysis, and the price spiked up to 61.8. Actually, it was 84.60, 62. And now if you take a look at the price, if if you have taken the entry, you would be some 25 pips in a profit. Okay? 25 pips in a profit because the price was rejected. And I did take fundamentals in the case, but I also am more of a technical trader. And if you followed my analysis here, you would know that this was basically done by fundamentals and technical analysis. But if I, most of the time, I only use Camarilla MACD. I cannot show you how it looks because it's my proprietary method to trade and analyze. But I always work with Camarilla MACD. And if there is fundamental reason, I will always take that fundamental reason. If there is no fundamental reasoning behind, then I trade just technically, because you know the price Forex is easy to trade, and if you do it how I teach you to do, then you will not feel the stress. You will be very calm when you trade. You won't be sweating. You will be very, very very sure about yourself and your trade. Because if you take all these things into account, technical reasoning, good method, and risk management, then you will know that you don't have to be stressed out when you trade. If we have fundamental reasoning, such as we did, we really, because inflation data for New Zealand dollar came a lot worse than expected, and some expectations for the growth were also changed. And if you see this chart, you can see consolidation wedge was broken, price was here, and this is retrace. And where was the most logical trade to happen? Of course, short trade and at POC. And the price was rejected from this level, currently 20, 25 pips, something around that, for New Zealand dollar. But do not underestimate low volatility. 20 pips in August for one trade is good because we don't have excess volatility. Volatility is very low, it's very thin, so taking 20 pips from a single trade is also good when you don't have volatility. So New Zealand dollar, either you can take the profit, place your break even, or I don't know, break even plus 15 pips, so you would secure 15 pips. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, you're in. Great. So Dragan, the answer to your question is, very often if I see fundamental reasons, I take into account. But also if I don't see any fundamental reasoning, and most of the time I do it purely technical. So 70-30 for technical versus fundamental. What about AUD daily resistance zone? Prices reaching the level. Yeah, AUD resistance. Where is daily resistance? Look at this. This is daily, but this is not resistance yet. The first resistance will be this. But well, look at this. I made a long here, 95.70. Now I'm 7 pips in a profit. This will be for me 28-30 pips. And if price gets to this resistance, I will place my trailing stop. But if this resistance breaks, what does it say? 96.50. If this resistance breaks, 96.50. Because this resistance probably will be tested again. Look. And this is inverted head and shoulders here. So we will see. I'm counting at this trade. There is still room till next resistance, and this is technical trade from this point. I was waiting for a pullback, and when price touched the level, I was in. Okay, thanks. Thank you for asking. So guys, this is basically everything which I had for you. I will go through these slides again. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. So these are the rules, and this is what I will be showing you each session recap, because we always have new students and new traders. And this is what I have for you this week. Euro dollar, GBP dollar, Aussie, sorry, this was a mistake, Aussie CAD, this is Aussie, simple Aussie dollar or Aussie, then Euro Aussie. Jeff is saying, glad you're back, hope you didn't get too much sun. Well, Jeff, to be honest, I was really enjoying my vacation. I was swimming a lot, and basically, you know, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't on the sun for more than 2 or 3 hours. But basically, whenever I go out from the water, I don't go on the sun. Basically, I'm looking for shadows, you know, and nice trees around there to put myself in, because I don't like to lie on the sun. Basically, all color I got, and I'm really sort of black now, I got from swimming. And well, it was great. My vacation was in Croatia, so yeah, I was in Croatia. I really like to go to Croatia. I go there almost each year, but usually if I don't go to Croatia, I go to Egypt or Greece or whatever. But this year it was Croatia, so it was great. One question for GBP dollar: which is the strong resistance for GBP? Darshan is okay. One, I will answer your questions, all of your questions. Just let's go one by one. So GBP dollar, which is the strong resistance? The strong resistance for GBP dollar. Let's see, GBP dollar. Well, the first resistance, if you think strong resistance, can be this one. 66.55, 66.50, because 66.55 for 50 is also natural resistance, because 50 levels are natural support and resistance levels. And to be honest, I'm more fond of this 66.70 to 75, because we can see also that this level, this was a false breakout, so-called fake out. And this level was rejected in the past. And you know, one of the principles of my Camarilla MACD teaching is price always repeats itself. So I'm always looking for historical and near-term sellers and or buyers. So I will always, when I pick my POC zone or level for entry, I always want to see if there were some historical or near-term sellers or buyers. In this case, I see more, these were buyers, but in this point, now there are sellers. And I think that fresh sellers will come in this region. So the answer is 66, 70, 75 for me is stronger than 66.50, which is also a strong resistance. Savtat, Darshan is asking, no, I was not in Savtat. I went to northern part of Croatia. It's called Istra, and I was having my vacation there. So Yeah, Tzartat is in southern part, but I was in northern part. Yet, no, Darshan, you know great, you know geography, but yeah, that was basically that. Mlet and Tzartat are both of them are in southern part of Croatia. It's called Dalmatia or Dalmatia, but I was in northern part, which is called Istra. If you're diving, you should have passion for O2. Yeah, I'm diving also, and well, I like that. I like the adrenaline. Miner is asking, what is strong support? Well, you look at this. Is this a strong support? 66.10. Yeah, basically 66.11.10 is strong support because price has already made double bottom. So we can say for this one, it's a strong support. Okay, this is a strong support. But if you want to look at daily perspective, 65.80 to 85 is also strong support, because if this low is broken, 66.06, if this low is broken, we might see this level. So 65.80, 85 is strong support, but also is 66.11 because we have double bottom now. So you won't be shorting now. If you think about shorting, forget it. You want to see a pullback to short into, okay? Yeah, adrenaline is also for Forex. Yeah, but I don't, Forex trading it's not adrenaline for me, because it was adrenaline when I was a rookie trader. But when I started to trade full-time professionally, I'm pretty calm and relaxed now. Thanks, Darshil. No problem. You're welcome. You're really welcome. So Miner also, you're welcome too. So yeah, if you want to have a nice vacation here in this region, Croatia is good, Greece is good. If you like Montenegro, it's okay, but particularly I don't make any vacations over there. But I don't know. I like really those parts, Croatia, especially northern part. When you're coming to Slovenia, Dragan is asking, Dragan, if your office will invite me to make a seminar there, I will be really glad to come. So, if I get a seminar or two there in your country, I will be really glad to come to Slovenia. So I will have a lot of work here. Yeah, you can do that. So basically, if they are willing to invite me for a live webinar, because I have also program for live webinars, and basically what I teach is I teach some secrets of Camarilla MACD, and if they are willing to prepare the terrain for me there, I will be glad to come. So no matter where, I'm always willing to come and visit your countries, as I particularly like to travel. I like to meet new people, new cultures, and everything. I like to look at the different sides and aspects of this world. So guys, this is everything. Yeah, I'm welcome to Lithuania. Thank you. Well, maybe I will come to Lithuania, because your director of office, Lithuania office, was asking me to come. So if we meet in terms, yeah, I might come. Why not in Lithuania? I'll be glad really to come and visit your country. So the thing is, guys, now at this moment, try to watch these levels, use trailing stop, and protect your profits. If I don't make any updates tomorrow, then these trades are valid. One more thing to add. These setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. So, okay, sometimes if I make any updates on Twitter, you should check it, because I might make some changes if I see that market is moving. So either way, use these setups for this time and pay attention to Twitter updates, because those updates might tell you something about these trades which you're currently trading. Maybe to secure your position, maybe to exit, or I don't know, whichever. Or if I make, maybe tomorrow, maybe there will be huge movement in the market in one of those trades which I posted. Then again, I can make some changes, but I will always post that on Twitter. So pay attention, okay? Pay attention, guys. So my Twitter is very, very simple, guys. My Twitter is Tarantula FX. It's very, very easy. And yeah, Euro and GBP readings, Darshan, of course. This is for Euro dollar. This is for Euro dollar. My recommendations for Euro dollar and for GBP. So patience is required. We don't trade candlesticks now. We trade price action. So if the price comes close to these levels, we trade it. 5 to 10 pips is okay. Monitor the price and make your decisions. But don't raise your risk. Your risk should always remain the same. If your risk is, let's say, 0.5 in lot size, then you can enter at 132, I know, 98 with 0.2 and at 0.3 at 32.90. But your risk should remain the same. Always. If it's 0.5, that is 0.5. Okay? That is my recommendation. So that is everything which I had for you. And thank you guys for questions. I'm always willing to answer all of your questions. And if you want to take these trades, be sure to pay attention to these levels and follow my Twitter updates. Tomorrow, of course, I will come with new analysis. And for today, we had excellent New Zealand dollar. EuroCAD didn't give us, it was breakout, but it didn't give us a retest. So actually, New Zealand dollar was winner for today. So thank you everyone for joining in, listening. I will talk with you soon enough. And cheers. Talk to you soon. Bye.